Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy Marathon. Now we've cleared the first Final Fantasy game, it's time to move on to the second. So, Final Fantasy II was first released in 1988 for Famicom, which was the Japanese NES, as I'm sure everyone knows by this point. But the game didn't actually come west for the first time until 2003, when it was released as part of a PlayStation package called Final Fantasy Origins. Now that package bundled both enhanced versions of Final Fantasy I and Final Fantasy II that were based on WonderSwan color ports from 2001 that were released in Japan only. So the enhanced PlayStation ports included new music, better graphics, and were just generally better versions of the original, but they still played pretty true to how the old Famicom version played. Now this was subsequently followed up with various other ports, including a Game Boy Advance release called Dawn of Souls, which we've previously talked about, and a PlayStation Portable release to celebrate the franchise's 20th anniversary in 2007. And that's the version that we're going to be looking at today. And indeed for a good number of weeks, I imagine. So Final Fantasy II is noteworthy for being the birthplace of a lot of elements that we consider to be iconic to Final Fantasy these days. So it was the first game where we had chocobos. It was the first game where we had a character called Cid, although in the later remakes of Final Fantasy I, they retrofitted a guy called Cid in there just, you know, for series authenticity. And also the use of characters who were predefined rather than created by the player to use as avatars in the first place. So yeah, a lot of interesting things going on in here. This game, and indeed Final Fantasy I for that matter, established a pattern that would go on to continue up until about Final Fantasy VI or so, which was where odd-numbered Final Fantasy games would be very mechanic-centric, and even-numbered Final Fantasy games would be very narrative-centric. And you'll see what I mean by that once we start playing this. It's a lot more story-heavy than the first Final Fantasy game was, although obviously within the limitations of the technology of the time and the memory capacity of the Famicom and so on. So, yes, like I say, we'll be playing the PSP version today, which we have right here. This was the 20th anniversary release, so let's have a look at the blurb. Take the fate of the world into your hands. Discover the origins of one of the most popular game series ever made, now on PlayStation registered trademark portable. With updated graphics, extra modes, new dungeons and an art gallery, experience the ultimate revival of the second installment in the Final Fantasy series. So yeah, this version is mostly based on the Game Boy Advance version, so it's got the additional content from that and there's some extra dungeons and a post-game story. But then, much like the version of Final Fantasy I for PSP added the Labyrinth of Time, this has also got an extra bonus dungeon in there as well. In fact, I think it might have more than one in this case. So we'll deal with that when we get to it though. But it's a really interesting game. Let's see if there's anything worth looking at in the manual at the same time as well. So the narrative setup, which we'll probably get in the game as well, but let's read it anyway. A long-lived peace is at an end. The Emperor of Palamecia has called forth monsters from the underworld and begun his campaign for world conquest. In the Kingdom of Fynn, a rebel army arises to combat the threat, but their castle falls to an all-out assault by the Empire. Left with little choice, the rebels beat a hasty retreat to the remote town of Altair. In the ensuing chaos, 4 youths orphaned by the Empire are also forced to flee from Fynn, but they are soon to find that the Empire is not so easily escaped. Mysterious, huh? Alright, let's get cracking on this. Let's go play Final Fantasy II. Okay, welcome to Final Fantasy II. So, this PSP version, much like the version of Final Fantasy I we were playing, has a lovely full motion video rendered intro that was introduced in the PlayStation 1 version. So let's enjoy that first of all. So it's actually a little bit more plot relevant this time. As in the first Final Fantasy, that full motion video intro was pretty much just, here's a cool dude, fight a dragon. Whereas in this one, these are the actual characters who are involved in the story.
Not looking good for our heroes, is it? Ow. Wince! I've got a cat come to help, so if you hear any weird noises, that is why. Please leave, Patty. You're in the way. Yeah, this is pretty much how the actual game starts. So this video sequence is a nice intro to what actually happens. That is the city of Fynn burning down. And our four heroes wondering what to do next. What are you doing, Patty? I don't need you to sit there. Come on. Shoo. Right. So, let's new game. Like Final Fantasy 1, you can play this in English, Japanese, hiragana and katakana, or full-on Japanese with kanji. But since I am English, let's play in English. Now, in this one, rather than creating the characters, you have the option to add names to all of the main characters. I'm going to leave them as is. So convention for this series, I'm going to leave all the characters with their default names, just so we can get a nice natural feel for how the script is supposed to go, rather than calling them all Pooh Face or whatever. Not that I ever did that anyway, but yeah. So we'll have, these will be sort of canonical runs, if you like, from this point on. So we have Firion, we have Maria, we have Guy, and we have Leon. So we'll leave them with those names for now. Start the game with these names? Yes, please. A long-lived peace. Is at an end. The Emperor of Palamecia has called forth monsters from the underworld and has begun his campaign for world conquest. A rebel army arose in the Kingdom of Fynn to thwart the Emperor's plans. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Which is down here. 4 youths from Fynn also found themselves fleeing the imperial forces. They had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire. But their escape wasn't over. Oh no! We're in a fight! What do we do? Attack, magic, defend, items. We have no magic. We have no items. Oh no! Attack! 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 Oh no! 951 damage! Oh no! 743 damage. Everyone's dying! Come on, Maria. Save the day. Oh no, she's down as well. Is our adventure over before it's begun? No, it's the first example in the series of an unwinnable battle. Which will become a series convention, and indeed a genre convention as well. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this on the escape from Fynn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. Where am I? Leon! Maria! Guy! Where are you? Firion, you're alive. I thought you'd... I'm fine, Maria. You alright too, Guy? But wait, where's Leon? Princess of Fynn, save us. But Leon not here. I see. Don't worry. I'm sure he's okay. So you've regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there is something I must ask of you. Please allow us to join the rebel army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked, and our parents... I am truly sorry. But even so, this changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. Now, here is one of the first major new features in Final Fantasy II that I'm not aware is used anywhere else in the entire series, which is this keyword system, where you can learn something highlighted in red, and then you can ask people about it. The Wild Rose is an insignia of the Kingdom of Fynn. It represents our hope for a future that flourishes in both strength and beauty. But what will become of Fynn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives have been taken there, and suffer even as we speak. Maria, your brother Leon is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Fynn as well. But Fynn is far too dangerous now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu, the white wizard who tended your wounds. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. Right. One thing I'm going to do before we get anything else is I'm going to turn those portraits off, Because much as I like Yoshitaka Amano's artwork, they feel a bit incongruous with the rest of the game. And also, Furion looks really like a kid who used to bully me at high school. And so I don't really have any desire to be reminded of him. Because, I want Furion to be cool because he's the hero. So, yeah, well, you still have the portraits in the status screen, obviously, but you just don't have them in dialogue if you turn them off. I'll bring Maria to the front as well, because being in the background, this is stupid. For reasons that will become apparent. Alright, let's chat with Minwu. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You will begin by journeying to Fynn. That is the first step towards realizing your fate. Wild Rose! You've wasted no time using the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much of value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Fynn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Fynn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. Already? The port of Paloom lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us, so you would be able to reach the town without a canoe. Sound familiar? This is the Rebel Army's war room. This is also the Rebel Army's war room. You knew he'd be back.
Heading to Fynn, are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place to be, you see. The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatrea. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with the sigil that saved your life. There you'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I think you're going to need all the advice they can spare.
Is that so? Well, old man, I'm going to sit in this throne. I finished sitting in the throne. Right. Let's... tutorial. Hello.
Shall I teach you a thing or two about weapons?
I'm not going to go through all this, but I will explain a couple of things briefly before we move on. So Final Fantasy II has some quite unusual mechanics compared to the rest of the series. If we look at our status screen, you will notice several things. 1. No level. 2. No experience points. 3. Lots of skill levels. So basically, the way this game works is that you do stuff and you level stuff up by doing stuff. So if you use a sword, you'll get better at using a sword. If you use an axe, you'll get better at using an axe. If you attack things, your attack power will go up. If you get hit by things, your hit points and your defense will go up. If you avoid things, your evasion will go up. And so on. So, in its original incarnation, this was quite heavily exploitable. But it was rebalanced for... I think it was this version. Probably the Game Boy Advance version, actually, in retrospect. It was rebalanced a bit, so it makes a little bit more sense. Now, a lot of people don't like this progression system very much, but you can compare it to some quite well-known and popular modern stuff, like sort of Bethesda's Elder Scrolls games are probably the closest example you can think of. Well, that I can think of. But yeah, very similar idea. Use it and gain stuff. This is the King's bedchamber. His Majesty was sorely wounded in the flight from Fynn. He's been resting here for some time now. I don't need you both to say the same thing.
An arrow struck me in the back during the battle, leaving me in this state. Perhaps I really have grown old. My daughter, Hilda, now serves as regent. You should speak with her.
Can we search stuff in this game? I can't remember. Well, we'll have a rummage around anyway. Ooh, barrels. Anything in the barrels? No. Nothing much going on in here. This is Hilda's room, I think. Rather large. Rather opulent, considering you're on the run from everyone. You're in the rebel hideout in the town of Altair. Thanks, I knew that already. Gordon, the Prince of Kashuan, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened, but something has made him lose faith in himself. Princess Hilda fled here when Fynn was sacked. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. You don't have any trousers on. And I like it. I can't remember if there's any stuff in any of these barrels ever in this one. But I'm gonna... Potion obtained from the chest. I'm gonna have to look around until I find out one way or the other. Move, lady. It's just yes. Your ponytail on the side is very cute, but... Enough! You, sir. Talk to me. I'm Paul, greatest thief in all the world. I've yet to invent the loot I can't burgle or steal. The imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. Excuse me. Wild Rose. I never steal from the rebels, you can be sure of that. My home is in Fynn, too. I can't even go home now that the Empire has occupied the city. I don't know why I'm American. With a bad accent. This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces haven't been deployed this far out yet. I suppose it's only a matter of time, though. Shops! Alright, we only got 400 gil, so... we're gonna have to make our initial spending fairly cautious. Weapon shop.
What could you want with me? I'm just an old man.
Wild Rose! The geezer act is just a cover. My name's Tobal, and I'm the best darn blacksmith in the rebel army. Good. Good for you. Sell me stuff. Right, at this point it's a good idea to decide what everyone is going to specialise in. So Firion starts with a sword. Maria starts with a bow, which means she can attack from the back row. But if she's in the back row, that means she never gets attacked. That's one of the weird things of this. If you're in the back row, you never get attacked physically, which means that that would make it very difficult for her hit points to increase. So I tend to get rid of that bow and give her a melee weapon of some kind. Usually when I play this, I tend to turn her into a sort of mage. And Guy starts with an axe. So what I'll do, I'll buy a staff or something for Maria. Or maybe a spear. That might be fun. Let's make her a spear wielder. I don't think I've done that before. Let's do that. Alright, so Maria, you can have this javelin. And then we can sell that bow. And that will do nicely. Right, let's check the armor shop. So Firion's got a buckler. They could all use a cap. Maria is wearing clothes. And they can all use leather gloves. Alright, let's go for the cheap options first. So leather gloves. 3 pairs of those. 3 leather caps. And we can't quite afford 1 buckler. Alright, so you wear some gloves. You also wear some gloves. And you also wear some gloves. You can have a hat. You can have a hat. You can have a hat. Everybody has a hat. Right, I don't think I actually replaced anything there, did I? So... oh, the other thing to bear in mind is that they all have a dominant hand. So you can put stuff in different hands. But you want to put their best weapon in their dominant hand. You can dual wield in this if you want to. And it can be quite desirable to do that. But I think there's certain penalties for doing that. But I'm sure we'll come to it. Right, we've got 90 gil left. Not much we can afford with that. So let's just wander around, see what else we can see. My name is Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashran. Now I'm nothing but a coward. When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. Wild Rose! So you've asked to take up arms in a struggle. I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead, laugh. I deserve it. So you can hopefully see that already this game has got a lot more in the way of character than the first one. There's a lot more actual named characters. The protagonists actually speak. And there's plot. Plot happens. Alright. I think that's probably everything we can do for now. That'll be the sanctuary, I think. Yeah. We can resurrect people there if we need to. Paul's a skilled thief, but don't worry, you can trust him. He only steals from the Imperials. Well, good for him. It's a magic shop. What you got? Fire Tome, Thunder Tome, Blizzard Tome, Cure Tome. Everybody can do with a cure spell. But I don't have the money for that in a minute. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go out and earn some money. Let's have a little wander around. Poisoned already. Right, attack everybody, attack! Nice jab, Maria. $55 gil. Right. Oh, poison goes away after battle. That's good. So that is a difference from the original. Let's go and get someone a cure spell. Give it to Maria, because I'm planning on making her sort of the main mage. One of them. And Maria has now learned Cure. And all your spells have proficiency levels as well. You have to be a bit careful with this though, because as your spells level up, they also start costing more to cast. So level 1 Cure just costs 1 magic point to cast. But as soon as it becomes level 2, it starts costing 2. But at the same time, the more you use magic, the more you will level up your magic points. So you'll get the idea as it goes on. You find that people just sort of naturally progress as you work your way through the game, according to how you're playing them. Two hits from Furion already. Very nice. Ouch! So you can see they are absolute crap at the start of this game. So you really have to train them up to get them vaguely useful. But thankfully in this version it doesn't take too long to do that. It does pay to spend a bit of time training them though. Firian's sword level increased, his shield level increased, Maria's spear level increased, Maria's MP increased, her spirit increased, and her magic increased. Guys, there we go. So lots of progression from that one fight. So if we now look at Maria, she's now got 15 magic points instead of 7. And if we look at her other stats... where are her other stats? Toggle. There we go. Okay, so her magic's gone up from 5 to 6, and her cure proficiency is sort of halfway to level 2 now. So, not bad at all. Zephyrian's now level 2 in sword and shield. Maria is now level 2 in spear, and Guy is level 2 in axe. So, let's continue on our way. Now, they mentioned a village up to the north. Can you do the map trick in this? No, you can't. There is a way of seeing a map in this. It might be a spell in this one. I forget. We'll see. Attack! 3 hits already. Very nice. Nice dodging by Maria. And a hefty thwack from Guy. So you see they're already a lot better than they were. Just with that 1 extra level in weapon proficiency. Alright, where are we going? Alright, Marie, keep practicing. Nice. Pathetic. Sort that out. That's more like it. Much better, Firion. Well done. First time I played this game was actually not long after I discovered Final Fantasy and my love for RPGs. So not long after, so I would have played Final Fantasy 7, I guess, because that was the first one I played. And obviously I didn't know about the whole thing of Final Fantasy 4 being known as Final Fantasy 2 in the States and so on at that point. So I was looking around for the original Final Fantasy 2 when I found out about that story. And I found a very early fan translation. This is the village of Gatria. Finished just over there across the lake, see? Yeah, I found a very early fan translation, which translated some things quite differently from what we've got here. So Firion, for example, is known as Frionel. So if you ever see anyone refer to Frionel, they're talking about the fan translation of this. How are we doing for money? 192. Not very much. How much does it cost for a stay at the inn? 11 gil. Sure. I like that in this version they didn't just reuse the music from the Final Fantasy 1 version. There's actually new mixes of stuff like the inn theme and so on.
The imperial forces have occupied Castle Fynn. The gates are drawn and no one can enter. And with imperial troops and monsters roaming the streets, the city isn't any better off.
Gatria and Altair haven't fallen into the clutches of the Empire yet. But once the dreadnought is complete, nothing will be able to stop the Empire. Can you smell long-term quest? I can. What do we got here? More bucklers. We can afford those now. You can get some leather armor from Maria. In fact, let's do that. Otherwise, she is quite squishy. Alright, you have some of that. What else did I buy? A buckler. You can have that as well. Ah, okay. So, notice that putting a buckler in her hand puts her attack down. That's because a javelin is a two-handed weapon. So you need to bear that in mind. And apparently so is an axe. So, fuck that buckler, I guess. The more you know. Right. What else is going on here? There's a pub just on the outskirts of Fynn. When the Emperor invaded, the barkeep didn't make it out in time. They say he's still working there, pouring drinks for the Imperials. Sanctuary? Nothing happens. That's because no one's dead, innit? Is that all we got here? No magic shops or anything? And a weapon shop. What have you got? Javelin. Broadsword. That's the same as back in Altair. Right, I'm actually going to walk back to Altair. Just because going back and forth a couple of times is going to help us get some money. And level some bits and pieces up as well. Goblins! Murder! And it'll be good to try and get hold of those additional spells as well, for example. So it's very helpful to have a cure spell for everyone. And giving at least one person access to the elemental spells is helpful as well. But when you start making someone into a mage, you then have to sort of balance their leveling between making sure that they stay up to date on their weapon skills and being able to cast magic. Excuse me. Alright, so we are. Level 2 cure. It's a bit more effective, but it does cost 2 magic points now instead of just 1. But again, as Maria casts more magic, her magic points should increase naturally. Guy's axe level increased. Very nice. How are we doing for money? 141 gil. That's enough for another cure spell. Or do I want to give Maria some elemental spells? I think I want to give her some elemental spells. Actually, I haven't quite got enough. Alright, sorry, as you were. Be right back. Hey, monsters! You all suck. Perfect. Hi, yeah, sorry, there was just something I remembered I had to do. Right, shall we start with fire? Yes, we shall start with fire. And Maria, you are now our resident mage. Enjoy. Alright, let's test this bad boy out. You look like a prime target. Not bad at all. Now, you can cast any spells on all, but they do less damage and they're more likely to miss. But let's just give it a go, see what happens. Doesn't matter. But you get different animation when you do them on all as well, which is nice. Nice work, Maria. Alright, now we'll try a fire roll. Get them! See, it's pretty pathetic. Oh, that was enough to kill all of them, though. Nice. Right, so their hit points increase. Now, in the original version of this, hit points would only increase if you took damage. But in this one, they increase naturally every few battles. I can't remember what the exact number is, but every few battles you have, and win, obviously, you get more hit points. So you don't have to go out there and deliberately get punched in the face by monsters. Or, as in the original, spend half your time attacking your own party. Because that was ridiculous. Thankfully, no longer an issue. Of course, you do still get extra hit points if you do take damage from monsters. And that also helps level up your defense as well. Cure! Or not. Now, one thing worth noting is that stuff will only level up if you use it in battle. If I go here now, I think this is right. If I use this cure spell now... Oh no, it does. Okay, that's worth noting. Ignore me. I thought that spells only level up if you use them in battle, but apparently I was wrong. Which is fine. I'm very happy to be wrong about that. We've got 279 gil now. We may as well wander all the way back to Altair and go and get their other spells. As we will probably have 300 by the time we get there. Fire! Love Maria's casting anyway. She looks so serious about it. Maria's fire level increased. Excellent. So it might do more than 6 damage now. I really like the sprites in this, actually. The battle sprites in this. They have a lot of character about them. And that's the end of Maria's magic points. But that's okay. Because now we can just have a nice rest. After buying some more magic. Did we get to 300? We did. Smashing. Right, you can also have a Thunder Tome. And a Blizzard Tome. Alright, looking good. Let us now pop to the inn and have a quick rest. $15 gil. Outrageous. They're doing well on their journey so far. It's taken them 3 days and they haven't gone anywhere. Well, they have, but then they came back again, having not achieved anything. Right! Time to, once again, get moving, I believe. So, Maria, you can get cracking on figuring out those other spells. Very nice indeed. And again, give him a blizzard this time. Oh! Running away, are we? Alright, stop off here one more time. Have a quick rest. $1 gil. Okay, so I think the amount the inn costs is dependent on how much damage you've taken and how many MP you've used. So it gets more expensive as the game progresses, because obviously you have more hit points to lose and more magic points to use. So, right, let's head for Fynn. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to save. Because I vaguely remember, somewhere around this beginning part, if you walk in the wrong direction, there's enemies that are way too high level for you and will absolutely flatten you. There's an airship. Thankfully, we don't appear to have gone that way. Nice try, Maria. Is this Fynn? I think this is Fynn, isn't it? I love the battle theme in this game. And I was really excited when I discovered that the one retro Final Fantasy battle theme that they brought back in Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, was this one. And they did a really cool sort of kind of jazzed up version of it. It was sort of for the silly comedy battles in A Realm Reborn. Right. I'm going to save here again. Just because there is dangerous shit about to happen. Now, a couple of things you need to be aware of here. If you walk into one of those guards there, they will attack you and probably kill you, because they are the same guards from the intro. You don't want that. You need to remember what they said in Gatria, which is that there is a pub. It's just as we've heard. The city is crawling with imperial soldiers. We have to be careful. Make sure not to get too close. Alright, so we need to find that pub that they mentioned, which is somewhere on the outskirts. Thunder level up, very nice. What's going on in here? Anything? Nothing much. Because everyone is dead. Alright. I think all the houses and shops are pretty much in the same situation. And this is Final Fantasy, so you can't just go raiding the shops. Just because there's no one there. You are a fine, upstanding, heroic sort of citizen. Okay. Can we do anything around here? Uh-huh. I think this is where we need to be. There we are. There's the pub. Nice. Alright, what's going on here then? Again, avoid all the soldiers. Because they are very bad news. Oh, where do you think you're going? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. Wild Rose. Aha! You're with the rebels! Shut up. You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I going to do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down! Good on you, buddy. Hello.
Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive.
Wild Rose.
So, you're rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. I'm a Prince of Kashwan.
Prince Scott? We were told you fell in the battle. Thank goodness you're still alive.
I am, but not for much longer. I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother Gordon. And tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Fynn fell so quickly is that Count Borgen betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. There is one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that last message. The confessions of a dying man. They would only bring her pain.
My brother, Leon. Have you heard of him?
I'm sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be of more help. Here. I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it will be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest. Just for a little while.
As the first of many deaths in this game, you obtain Scott's ring. Yeah, a lot of people cark it in this game. For plot reasons. So yeah, don't get too attached to anyone who isn't in the party right now. Let's put it that way. This is one of those games in which the fourth party slot is cursed. Right. So with all that knowledge, now we can sneak right back out of here and head on back to Altair. Unfortunately, because we lack a canoe, we have to go the long way round. But that means plenty more hornets to fight, of course. Blizzard! Nice. Maria's intelligence increased. Oh, if only it were that easy in real life. I say easy. You know, it's not that easy to cast magic spells in real life, so I guess she kind of earned it. Blizzard! Lovely. And am I going the right way? This doesn't feel like the right way. Uh-oh. Definitely not the right way. Run away. Shit. Yeah, you see why I saved now? It's because that happens. Alright. You will excuse me while, one, I am attacked by a cat, apparently. And two, while I quickly redo everything we just did. Tum-ti-tum-ti-tum. I could cut here, but you know, I want to provide the authentic Final Fantasy II experience. So that's what you're going to get. And you're going to like it. I hope. Ow! Right. Avoid all the nasty soldier men. Yes, 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 yes. Hello. Yes, wild rose. Yes, very good. Run away. And we run through here. And we steal all the treasure. And then we talk to Gordon. Wild rose. Please don't die. Oh no, you're going to die. Tell Hilda I love her. Oh no. Don't tell her that. I realise I'm killing the drama a bit with this, but... You know, we've already seen it. Because I fucked up. Hello, Patty. I don't need your help right now. Okay. You can sit with me if you sit nicely and if you're nice and quiet. Right, onward. And escape. And exit the city. And save. Right. Oops. We'll do it right this time. Blizzard! Zero damage, and poison shaken off straight away. Maria is clearly the MVP in this party. Right, so where did I go wrong last time? I went too far south. I think we need to bear off to the east at some point. Oh, excuse me. So, instead of continuing to the south, I think we... Okay, we're still in sensible enemy territory. Nice block through in. A lovely 2-hit combo from both of them. Nicely done. Okay, now I think we want to... Yes, that's it. So we want to head this way over the bridge rather than down to the south, which is where all the big scary monsters are. Yes, by God, yes. Alright, let's save. Like in the PSP version of Final Fantasy 1, you can actually save anywhere in this. But again, I prefer to sort of play it old school and sort of only save on the world map or at particular milestones. But if we do find ourselves in awkward positions, yeah, I'm going to use that save system if we need it. Because it's there. Has Blizzard leveled up yet? No, it has not. So let's work on that. Still pretty pathetic, Maria. Sort it out. There we are. Level 2 Blizzard. Much more like it. How are we doing for money? We have lots of money. I should probably buy the other two some cure spells. Because it is just useful to have more than one person who's able to heal. So, okay, let's buy... Oops. 2 of them. I'm not going to bother giving them the elemental things, though. Or should I? No, not the minute. Alright, so you learn Cure. And... you learn Cure. Marvellous. And we need to make sure they get some practice. So that they can level it up a bit. My name is Gordon. Yes, we know... look at this! That ring. It's my brother's. He really said all those things about me. Well, Rose! Is that what you're gonna say? Fair enough. Hilda! Hello! We're back. Hi. What's up? I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. Yeah, we know. What do you think of this? Nothing happens. Alright. Hilda! That ring belonged to Scott. Is he alive? He gave us this ring in Fynn, just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. Your Highness, please, the ring belongs with you. No, keep it. It suits men of courage. You infiltrated Fynn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourselves quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. There is a magical metal known as mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to attain it. Tell me more. We lost Fynn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of mithril. I've charged Joseph, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of mithril. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand to look into this? Why, sure. I heard my lady's words, and I've waited here for you since. All of 5 seconds. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Paloom. Take my canoe, and let us be on our way. Minwu joins the party. And? You obtain a canoe! Wonderful. Right. Just remember what I said about that 4th party slot. And you can feel preemptively bad for poor old Minwu if you see fit. Tell me about mithril. There was a mithril sword in Kashran that had been handed down through the ages. My brother was very fond of that sword. It truly was a magnificent blade. Nothing else we can get out of you right now, huh? Look at my canoe! Okay. Right, so we're going to head to Paloom now. Now, where the hell is that? Oh, we have the canoe now, so that means that we can go over here. And there is Paloom with a boat. Nicely waiting for us. Oh, before we do that, let's just save just in case. I can't remember nearly as much about this game as I can about the first Final Fantasy, so I'm going to be sort of cautiously saving a lot more. Right. You folks wouldn't be looking to book passage on our ship, would ye? For just 32 gil, we'll see your safety to Poft. Maybe. Just give me a minute. The Empire hasn't attacked Paloom or Poft. At least not yet. Your ship heading out of our little port will take you straight to Poft. We're all farmers instead of pirates here. Now there's a fine lass. How's about you and me go have a drink? With you? Not a chance. Bafsk Salamand. Once you pass Poft, they say all the cities are under the control of the Empire. This is Paloom. It's just a little port town. Or is it? Well, that's the way out of Paloom. Lady with no trousers. Paloom's a town of freedom. Want to settle down with here with me, handsome? Kinda. What do you got? Ooh. New stuff. Can only afford one. Blink. Right, what else we got? Better stuff. You know, better stuff or better weapons? I think better protection is probably a good idea at this point, except I can't afford any of them. I can afford one copper cuirass, though. Let's give that to Maria. And then sell that for a whopping 50 gil. What are the weapons here like? Dagger, mace, axe, bow. Nothing particularly special. Alright. It would probably do us good to save up and get some of that better armor, though. So let's do a bit of grinding. You can practice blink. You can defend because you kill everything much too easily. I don't think you get the spell experience if you don't actually cast the spell. Let me just check that. No, you don't. It's unfortunate. Come on, enemies! Goblin guard. Blink! That's the stuff. Missed! On everyone. Good work. See, this is the trouble with low-level spells, is that they often just don't work. And unlike in the NES original version of Final Fantasy 1, they don't work for legitimate mechanical reasons rather than not working just because the game wasn't programmed properly. Alright, blink on yourself. There we go. Just take it one at a time, and it'll all be fine. Alright, I'm also going to take a minute for them to practice their cures. So let's get Maria casting some magic. And you can cast some cures, and you can just defend because... Nice! You're becoming quite the mage, Maria. 204 gil. Not getting a lot of money out of these guys. Are you scary? You look scary. Fire! No, you're not scary. That's fine. Everyone's hit points increase, except Minwu's, because he already has loads. Alright, again, you practice your curing. Maria, you blink yourself. You can also practice your curing. Missed! Blink. Oh, no one's dropping any money. Give me some money, I want stuff. Nice. Starting to take 0 damage from these bad boys, though. That's a good sign. And Maria's blink level increased. Alright. 280 gil. Oops. That's enough to get at least one bit of equipment. let's get one of these for Firion. And then that might leave us with enough to get one for Guy as well. It does! Marvellous. Alright, one more of them. That's quite a significant increase in defense as well. Good, good, good. 180 left. Can we get anything with that? We can. I imagine they're all a similar amount of benefit. So we can't use a shield on Maria because she's using a two-handed spear. She can wear a helmet and she can wear gloves. So let's give her a bronze helmet. I'm concentrating on Maria because she is the most squishy at the minute because she's got the lowest hit points. And I think if we look at her stats... so she has stamina 7, whereas Firion has stamina 11, and Guy has stamina 15. So that means that those two are gaining a lot more hit points per level than she is. So I'm not sure how you increase stamina. I think that one is just getting hit as well. So I guess we need to maybe let Maria tank a bit more, as it were. Alright, so I think we can probably take our little journey now. 32 gil. Sure. And across the sea we go. Right, we are now heading deep into enemy territory. The town of Puft. This is the port of Puft. Salamander is to the north, and to our east is Bafsk. You folks looking for a ship? No, we're not. What's going on in here? Bafsk, the city to our east, is under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there. Can I interest you folks in a ride on Sid's Pride and Joy, the only airship of its kind in all the world? No matter how far, we'll have you to your destination in the blink of an eye. Of course, transportation of this fine caliber comes at a cost. Interested? No. You here to ride the airship? If you got the cash, there's no place I can't take you. Tell me more about this airship. You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. Basques, yeah, we know. Yep. 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 Good. I'm glad we had this chat with all of you. Thanks. Sid becomes a bit more relevant later on, from what I recall. Time for a rest. Might as well. Now that we have only 11 gil to our name. Onwards to adventure! Have you seen the airship? Belongs to a fellow named Sid who lives right here in Puft. He's the only one around here who can fly it. What have you got? Anything good? No, all the usual. And I can't afford any of it anyway. I'm poor! This is unacceptable. Any good weapons? No, same as ever. Is that everything? Magic's up. What have we got here? Cure, blink, protect, shell. I can't afford any of them, so I don't even know why I'm looking. Right, Salamand is to the north, I believe they said. So let's head north. Fire! Oh no, that's fine too. Is that a thing? It is a thing. Arcane Sanctuary. Oh, this is one of the bonus dungeons. Don't know if we can do anything here yet. The door is firmly shut. Oh, guess not. Alright, remember that's there though. Yeah, goblins. Flaming death on all of your faces. 260 kill, that's it. We need to fight goblins. Alright, where the fuck is Salamand? That's a cave. Alright, Minwoo. Chill out. Arcane Labyrinth, Northeast Quarter. This is another one of the bonus dungeons. I am a visionary of vocabulary. Tell me your terms and I'll tell you what the future might hold for you. Firion, the power this word holds does not bode well for you. Maria, the power this word holds does not bode well for you. Guy, the power this word holds does not bode well for you. Minwoo, the power this word holds portends quite well for you indeed. Wild Rose. I've been looking into the properties of words and their compatibility. Care to hear more? Yes. The words used to break the seals can be categorized into 4 different groups by their properties. The 4 properties are words related to life and nature, words related to matter and materials, words involving magic and spirits, and words related to locations. The properties of words are defined by these 4 categories. Which category of word you use on a floor determines various things, such as your chances of encountering monsters, the strength of the monsters, and the contents of treasure chests. While it has been proven that words of the same category tend to produce favourable results, it would also appear that combining words from separate categories can carry heavy consequences. Moreover, a word not belonging to any particular category will produce neither a good nor a bad outcome. Lastly, there are words that, regardless of category, produce splendid results when combined. Though I've never come across any such splendid combination. If you're headed deep into the labyrinth, I recommend you try experimenting. We'll come back here, because that's like this game's equivalent of the Labyrinth of Time, I think. So it's got its own unique mechanics and progression and that sort of thing. And I don't understand how any of it works at this point, because I've never actually done that part. I finished Final Fantasy II previously, but the last time I finished it was on the PS1 version. So I don't think I've done any of the bonus dungeons in this one. So I might have to look up a bit of information about those before we go into them. But again, they'll likely be an in-game thing. Maria's stamina went up. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. Right, Maria, you can fight for a bit. Get your old spear level going. Or you can let everyone else kill things. That's good too. Right, where is Salamand, please? There it is. Let's try thunder. We're getting lots of money from this. Right. Let's save. Let's track down our friend Joseph if we can. Actually, let's have a quick rest first. Assuming there's an inn, there should be. Summit Falls is beyond the mountain range to the south of Salamand. That's where the Empire's been mining its mithril. Interesting. I love Joseph, but I know that when I'm around, I just get in his way. Joseph? You have business with me? Tell me about Wild Rose. You're here for Lady Hilda. A little short the tooth on you? You kids can't fool me. Mithril? I haven't found any yet. I do have a few leads, but I don't plan on sharing what I do know with a bunch of perfect strangers. I'm going to need you to do a little something to prove you are who you say you are. There are a bunch of people from Salamand who are being forced to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Rescue them, and we'll talk. There's a guy who knows all about airships, but why should I tell you who he is? You, sir, are a dick. The Empire's enslaved the men of Salamand and forced them to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Please, you have to help them. Alright, any good stuff here? Ooh, a longsword. And a battle axe. Yes, why not? Alright, and what about armor? I just replaced all your stuff. No one can equip that, can they? Or does that just mean it's... don't know what that means. Let's get Maria some bronze gloves. And sell. And let's also get Firion a bronze shield. Alright, that will have to do for now. I had the strangest dream last night. I was chasing this flame around, but then lost sight of it at a fork in the road. When I finally caught it, I woke up. Interesting. And what spells have we got here? Life! We could do with that. Sap reduces foe's MP. Warp. And teleport. Teleport's definitely worth having. Life is obviously worth having as well. Not so sure about the other ones. Right, I think what we'll do, because I'm going to be doing quite long episodes on Final Fantasy Marathon from here on, just so we can get a fair amount done in each episode, we're going to do Summit Falls, and then we will call that a day for this episode. So, I can't remember how long that takes, but we will go and do that, and however long it takes, that will take us to the end of the episode. Right, so we are fighting fit. We have no money. And we're ready to go. And they said it was south of here. Let's get Maria some fighting practice. Ow! Everybody's hoops increased. Aha. These look like some falls. But where is the cave? Maybe it's around the top of the falls. Because it doesn't appear to be down here. Oh, stuff. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it is at the top of the falls. So, how do we get there? Stab! Yeah, goblins are worth... Oh, another cave. I think this is another entrance to the arcane labyrinth, if I remember correctly. Let's just have a look, shall we? Yeah, arcane labyrinth, northwest quarter. You're also a visionary of vocabulary. Yes. It's a peculiar labyrinth in that much of it is sealed by words. Certain words alter the composition of floors to reflect their meaning. The labyrinth is made of interconnected layers, and at the very bottom await ferocious monsters. In order to forge ahead, you will need to break seals with words. Break the seals and make it to the bottom, and then you will be able to return to the surface. Make sure you're up to the task if you plan on going forward. Once you enter, there is no turning back and no means of recording your progress. The only other thing I know about are the words. The effects of words vary in relation to other words. The word used to reach a floor and the word used to leave it combine to change things for the better or for the worse. And sometimes they change nothing at all. The effects of words also vary in relation to whom they are said. This doesn't affect the labyrinth, but it is connected to something else. That is all I know right now. Intriguing, but not right now. While I have double-digit hit points, I'm not doing anything that looks vaguely endgamey. Fire! Ow! Right in the tit. Good work, Maria. Where the hell are we going? Following this river, I imagine. Yes, here we are. Alright, save! And you know what? Cure! And cure! And cure some more. Alright, let's do this. It's proper dungeon time. Ow! Well, we wanted Maria to get hit a bit. So our fire's leveled up to 3 now, so the animation has changed. And MP has increased. Very nice. That's what we like to see. Let's get those other spells leveling up a bit as well then, in that case. Nicely done. Oh, we're going to be rich by the time we're done here. 200 gil! Thunder! And get our elemental spells up to 3. Now! More stamina from Maria, always good. More stamina means more hit points, and more hit points means more not dying. Hello. Furion, you Cura. You can fight. You can fight as well, and you can fight. And you can all miss! Ow! Ooh. Nice heal, Furion. Maybe you should be the white mage. Actually... Okay, no. So this... Maria has significantly better intelligence than the other two, as well as better agility. But between Guy and Furion, there's no difference between their spirit and intelligence. So spirit affects white magic spells, and intelligence affects black magic spells, so... There's nothing in their base stats that kind of suggests that they should be a mage. Whereas I think Maria starts with 15 intelligence, which obviously makes her a good setup to be a mage. Alright, attack. And you can get practicing on Blink, actually, because that's going to be useful. Nice. Good to see you are keeping in practice with your spear. One. Ow. He was tough. Don't like that. Right, time for everyone's hit points to go up, so it's fine. And down we go. Splish, 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 splish. Treasure! Eye drops. I'm gonna magic you, because fuck you. Yeah, that's more like it. A balloon? A balloon? Don't know if those ones self-destruct, but better safe than sorry. Splish, 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 splish. I like that animation. Strength up for Furion. Very nice. More treasure. High potion. And Sasquatch. So you can obviously see by this point that the progression in this, while it is a little strange, it doesn't necessarily... Oh, I remember these rooms. They're rooms that you go in and get ambushed in. Yeah, so while the progression system in this is a little strange, you can still play it pretty naturally. And not really run into great difficulties. So like, there are occasions, particularly in the early game, where you need to go out of your way to level up your spells and your various stats and to get money and so on, but in actual fact, if you just play the game sensibly, then you shouldn't find yourself having too much difficulty with it. Alright, let's have a bit of Curie action. Yeah, these are all ambush rooms, I think. Cat has returned. Green slime. This is not a good time, Patty. Not a good time. Hello. If you hear strange clanking sounds, that is Cat rubbing face on microphone. Because that is what Cat likes to do. Oh, they're proper pudding monsters in this one. Pretty much immune to physical attacks. And now Maria's out of magic points. I'm sure that won't be a problem. I'm sure that'll all be absolutely fine, won't it, Patty? Yes, very good. Patty has now left. She reminded me that she existed. And now she has gone. Where's that treasure chest? Maria's hit points are starting to catch up with Firion now, so that additional stamina that she's earned is proving quite helpful. Cat has returned again. Just so you know. Hello. Come on, off. Off. There's the treasure chest. I'm being attacked by a cat. Hello. Yes, I know you exist. Let me just put that back where it should be. Good. Are you satisfied now? Never back with children or animals, as they say. Alright, onwards and downwards. Don't remember if there's a boss in this dungeon. If there is, that lack of magic points for Maria might be a slight concern. But I'm sure we can deal with it. Oh, we are pretty ripping through these enemies now, though. Which is good. That is the state we want to be in. Door. Ambush room with no ambush. Interesting. The bridge down there, that looks like progress. So let's look around and just make sure there's no treasures. Oh no. More ambush. Oh, people! Help us, please! Help us, please! I sneeze. Excuse me. It's all the dust in these mines, you see. Help us, please. I wonder where you're going.
Firion, it's you! You remember me, don't you? Paul, greatest thief in all the world. Am I ever glad to see you? This is Joseph's daughter, Nellie. I think that dastard Borgen's been holding a hostage to threaten Joseph.
Princess Hilda told you to bring her back some mithril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I figured out this was where the mithril was coming from easy enough. So I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the mithril before you could get here. I'm doing the wrong voice, aren't I? Because that's Paul talking, not the daughter.
Only I messed up and got caught. Me, of all people. Sorry about that voice from before. I was just channeling someone else. Well, I know when I'm in over my head. So long. But don't worry, I'll take everyone here with me. Thanks for saving us. I owe you one.
He's going off to shag Nelly. There's a way down there, which we don't want to do just yet. That's an ambush room. That is also an ambush room with an actual ambush this time. Oh, excuse me. We're recording quite a few videos today and the old throat's getting a bit dry. A sensible man would have brought a drink with him. I am not sensible, as well we know. Right, get me out of this hellhole. You're all doing 0 damage because you suck. Right, so I was wrong. Bridge was not progress. Bridge leads to treasure chest. $250 gil. And what is down here? Nothing. Nothing at all? Nothing at all. Alright, well, it was worth checking, because money is nice. I bet we got a nice old chunk of money now. Why are you all failing to hit? That's better. Right. Onwards. And downwards. Oh no, I have no magic. Oh, Minry's got some magic, hasn't he? Defend. 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 Magic. Oh, you only got bloody white spells. What use are you? Everybody run away. Good job, everybody. Everybody run away. Thank you. Knew that was going to get me into trouble at some point. Maybe I should buy elemental spells for the others. It's a sign. Firion, you can have that. Now the hit point up. Oh, did I look in that door? I don't think I did I? It's going to be an ambush room. Yes, there we go. Got nothing in it. Something outside it, though. Oh, we're in the land of 1,000 fights, I see. Death by 6 damage. Always embarrassing. What's down here? There's some stairs over there. That's where we came from. So, ignore me. And there's absolutely nothing in this direction. So I guess we must have to go this way. Stop hitting once, you're better than that. Like that. See how Maria gets it done. Maria is the main character, I've decided. In fact, you know what? Oh, you can't change their order. That's upsetting. I was hoping you could put Maria in the lead and make her the main character. But sadly not. It was not to be. Oh, fuck. Well, we'll see if Firion can deal with them. I'm not getting my hopes up. It'll do. It'll do. I'll just do this dungeon. It shouldn't take too long. Oh god. Right. Another 2 doors. These are clearly both uh-oh. Not that way. That's scary. That's a boss. So there is a boss in this dungeon. We will deal with him in just a moment. Everyone got triple figure hit points now, at least. Which is good progress. Ambush room? Ambush room. Oh no. Do you think, Virion? Nice. Right, so the boss is up there. Let's have a look over here then. Nice block from Firion. Oh. Cracking work. Nicely done. There better be treasure over here. There better be treasure or I'll be mad. That's another ambush room. Oh, 4,167 gil now. Ambush room. Empty ambush room. Jolly good. That's the kind of ambush room we like. And there's treasure! Teleport time! And it's a monster in a box. Shit. These are always really tough as well. Yeah, so, magic, I guess. Why don't you cure everyone while we're on? Okay, better than... Oh no, he's dead! Shit! Try not to panic. You have life, right? Do you have life? You have life. Thank goodness. Fuck. Big cure on everyone, please. Thank you. Ooh, nice. Don't need those potions now. Never mind. Well, I guess we're gonna have to chip away at him this way. Don't think there's anything... I'm driving away in terror? Let's try it. Doubt it's gonna work, but... Nope. Ooh, nice. Well, okay, we're gonna have to rely on critical hits now, I guess. So just keep hitting him. It might work eventually. I don't... Please say we're not fucked. I really don't want to be fucked. Oh, thank fuck for that. Right. Okay, that was scary. That was scary. So I think the lesson we've learned from this is that we need to conserve our magic points a bit more. Hoo-wee. Right. Maria can have... Actually, no. I think Furion can have teleport. Because Maria should have supportive spells, I think. You can concentrate on the cures and the protects and stuff, and then instead of utility spells like teleport, those can go on the others. Because you don't really need to level those. Unless you're using them for killing enemies, which they're not terribly practical for, so... Right. Let's go back to the boss, and let's hope that he's not resistant to physical attacks. I'm gonna save. Just in case this goes horribly wrong. Which it might.
Rebels, never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're getting mithril, you're right. My mithril blade straight through your heart.
We'll see about that, sir. Protect! 1. Fuck. Fuck! I shouldn't have joked about it. Because now it's happened. And I don't like it. Right, well. We'll have to go with the previous approach. If Guy can keep if Guy can keep critting at that rate, that would be nice. But there's some crits from the others would be lovely. Oh, he doesn't even need to crit to damage him. That's interesting. No, maybe he does. I'm a pissing! Oh, come on, Guy. You were doing so well before. Conserve your magic points, or bring some restorative items with you. That's what I've learned from today. We'll get through this. I have faith. We got through the land turtle, so I'm pretty sure we can manage this as well. Probably. Nice. Missed! Stop this. Stop this madness. Cure! No. A crit for 8. Magnificent work from Maria there. Hit him. I really don't have any buffs that would help, do I? I doubt that's going to work. Fog? Worth a try. Nope. This is the very definition of chip damage. Come on, guys, keep at it. You can do this. You have 100% got this. I believe in you. We may be here a while. Or until Minwu's magic points run out, which isn't going to be that long. Come on, do him. Nice. Nicer. Less nice. Even less nice. Come on, Maria. I have faith in you as the real protagonist of this game. Oh, it's done! It's done! With no magic whatsoever! Apart from all of Minwu's. But the plus side of that is that should have been hella good for everyone's strength. Let's just have a look at their status. That's a level 4 sword. Level 4 javelin. Level 4 axe. How's our strength looking now? 15. Only 5 from Maria. 17 for Guy. Not bad. I mean, it's better than nothing. Let's just save just in case anything horrendous happens with that treasure chest. Monster in a box! It's invincible! A mithril obtained from the chest! Oh, thank fuck for that. Right, let's get out of here. I don't have enough magic points to cast teleports. I did this to myself. I knew while I was walking through the dungeon. I thought, maybe I should save some magic points just in case something horrible happens. But, and yes, something horrible did happen. Twice. Twice. Not once. Twice. Well, we've all learned something today, haven't we? Does Minwu have teleport? He does! Thank God. Get us out of here. Take me home. Take me far away from here. Where did all Minwu's hit points go? Does teleport drain your hit points? Okay. I guess teleport drains your hit points. Excuse me. Oh, right. Oh, sweet civilization. Give me a bed. I need a bed. Right now. 247 gil to heal up. Jesus. Right. Just so I remember to pick up next time, I'm just going to park myself in front of Joseph. Ready to chat to him. But not actually going to talk to him. I will just save that there. And we will call that a day for our epic first episode of Final Fantasy II. So, hope you're enjoying this. I do like this game. It's not a popular installment in the series by any means, but I do like it. Especially this version. For reasons that are hopefully obvious already. Anyway, that's enough for now. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moe Gamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buying me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.